With my previous campaign being on a break, I'm deciding to start over. So I found a new opponent, and I'm going to see if I can take some of the lessons from, 2.5 months of warfare into this one. So as is standard, the Minsk pocket is formed. The city is captured. He does have a panzer division moving east towards Gamel, and then the rest of his, army group north and part of center is moving up towards Smolensk and Peskov. The city of Riga has not fallen yet. He chose to surround it, forcing me to retreat the Northwestern Air Command and the Ground Command via sea, which I did successfully do. Both towns in Lithuania are captured, so my options in this pocket are pretty limited. One thing I did do this game that I did not know that you could is the ability to relocate headquarters units that are isolated. It rolls a die whether or not the guy dies or not, and you're not, from my understanding, able to take any support units with you, but you get a chance at keeping some of halfway decent generals alive. With the new game, I'm going to try a new tactic with my Air Force, at least off the start. I'm not going to move everything straight to the reserve box. I want to get them back to supply depots that are well behind the front lines and try to see whether or not they increase in numbers there. Also, with pilot experience, from my understanding, once you send them to the reserve box, those pilots are pretty much wiped. And then you just get an average base experience when you bring them back. So I'm going to try something different in that regard. Also, not doing any support, ground support this turn, the first few turns probably, until these isolated pockets get cleared up, or I have well-defined armies. Because I've lost a lot of bombers and fighters trying to provide support to some unit that's completely cut off in the Minsk pocket for no reason. On the ground, the other thing I want to apply to this campaign, besides color coordinating everything right off the bat so that I can visually keep track of things turn to turn, providing more of a layered defense, whereas against Light for Better, I did more of putting 3 stacks of infantry divisions onto one hill that he just moved around anyways and then isolated and destroyed. So this is a look at the end turn result of my movements, and this is what I mean by somewhat of a structured layer defense. So hopeful that it does its job in preventing breakthroughs. The same strategy is applied up and down the front from Peskov to Kiev. The only issue being command limit, where in the Peskov region I don't have anywhere near enough infantry or units, frankly, to provide any real defense right now. Whereas in Kiev I have so many that I'm going to get negative penalties or die rolls when it comes time for combat. But like I said earlier, he didn't at least appear to do a good enough job of isolating the southern pocket of troops south of Lvov. So I was able to get most of them out and form somewhat of a line along the Dniester River. And I don't know the name of the other river, the north-south moving river where the bulk of my infantry is lined up against. It's not going to hold, but it's definitely looks appealing enough to me that I'm not going to get encircled. But we shall see. So after finishing reassigning everybody's headquarters, color coordinating them and whatnot, setting them into position, I spent the rest of my turn spending my administration points on whatever I can get for free, a couple engineers, 1 rifle division, and artillery seems to be what I need the most. Other than that, it was mostly building airfields. I built 1 supply depot with this week of the war. I'll need more of them coming up, but I'm going to send the turn back to my opponent and anxiously get into this new campaign. But I do want to thank everybody for their patience and whatever advice was given to me in weeks past. I do hope to use it, and not wine so much.